Good day, everyone. We're going to present to you our Capstone documentation, but before that, we're going to introduce ourselves first. My name is Kershey, the project manager.
And I am Ohmar Flores, the programmer.
I am Jonard Muaña, IT Analyst. And I am Marlou Tablada, and I am also an IT Analyst.
Good day, everyone. So, for today's video, we're going to explain to you about our Capstone project entitled Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Purchase Request and Financial Tracking System. So, what is BFAR Purchase Request and Financial Tracking System? It is a web-based application that can create, display, and track purchase requests and financial transactions.
These are the content for our presentation. 1. System objectives. 2. Scope and limitation. 3. Methodology. 4. Main results. 5. Conclusion and recommendation. 6. Deployment experience. And lastly, we will going to show you the main flow of the system. System objectives.
Let's proceed to the objectives of the project. The main objective of this project is to develop purchase request and financial tracking system in BFAR Region 11, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources for Accounting Section Department. The project is specifically aimed to, first, create a module that will record data from purchase request, obligatory request, and purchase order. Next, create a module that will generate a printable purchase request, obligatory request, purchase order, and canvas. For the next objective, create a module that will display the status of purchases and the payment needed to purchase. Next, track purchase request and financial transaction. The last one, create a module that will generate reports such as expenditures, balances, and purchase requests.
Scope and limitation.
Let's proceed to the scope and limitation of our project. The project deals with the BFAR Purchase Request and Financial Tracking System. The system will allow the Bidding and Award Committee or BAC section staff to record data from purchase request and purchase order, while the budget section staff will record data from obligatory requests. The project also provides a module to create a printable purchase request, obligatory request, and purchase order. It will also display the current payments and display the status of purchases such as deduction of the quantity item and the remaining balance of the allotted budget. It also tracks the amount of money paid in every transaction. The project also provides abstract of quotations in order to identify what company has the lowest price. When it comes to canvassing, the BAC section will automatically record the selected supplier. However, the BAC section staff cannot add purchase order if there is no purchase request number. It is needed. Same with the OBR. It needs purchase order number and purchase request number. The requestor must give the purchase request either in personal in BFAR Region 11 or send it through online. However, when it comes to delivery, if the supplier delivers the item in the requestor must give the receipt to the accounting section to determine the amount needed to pay. However, the system is only applicable to the purchase request and financial transactions, and it won't include other transactions.
Methodology.
The developers decided to use a prototype model due to the decision that is not yet final, which needs to revise as well. The initial requirements explain how the developers plan to conduct environmental scanning in the different areas where they can choose to develop a system. After that, the developers choose a specific area, which is the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Region 11. Later, Ms. Christy Gorang, the located personnel of BFAR Region 11, explained to us the problem they have encountered, and it resulted the developers to come up with the idea of making a system which is the BFAR purchase request and financial tracking system. After discussing everything that is needed, our designer created a graphical user interface with the use of different applications that can help in creating a detailed look of the project. Next is coding, where the developers create computer software and formulate a function that will help the user understand on what the system is all about. Prototyping is a partial implementation of the system that the developers created, and after that is the client evaluation. This time, the client will suggest anything to help the developers improve the system, and if there are and if there are changes, then the developers should update and review the changes.
Main results.
Hi guys, good day. So this is the main results of the evaluation. By the way, I am Ohmar Flores, the programmer of the project. So number 1, create a module that will record data from purchase request, purchase order, obligatory request. So the overall results of this objectives is obtain an average weighted mean of 4.125. The result shows that the system efficiently created a module that will record data from purchase request, purchase order, and obligatory request. And 2, create a module that will generate printable purchase request, canvas form, purchase order, obligatory request. In general, the result shows that it is very efficient in generating printable purchase request, canvas, purchase order, and obligatory request. The objective obtained an average weighted mean of 4.541. Number 3, create a module that will display the status of purchases and payment needed to purchase. So the users from the accounting section gave a mark of 4.0. The budget section gave another mark of 4.0. For the back sections, mark was 5, and different offices in BFAR found out that the system is very efficient in displaying the status of purchases and payment needed to purchase. It obtained a computed mean of 4.5. Track purchase request and financial transactions. The score given by the users in the accounting section, budget section, back section, and another different offices in BFAR was 4.7, which signified that the system is very efficient in tracking and purchase requests and financial transactions. Number 5, create a module that will generate reports such as expenditures, balances, and purchase requests. The user from the accounting section, back section, budget section, and another offices gave the mark of 4.5. For this objective, results shows that generating reports such as expenditures, balances, and purchase requests are very efficient. So the summary of objective results from the administrators and users of BFAR Region 11 for the BFAR purchase request and financial tracking system, and the total average weighted mean obtained by the system is 4.34, with a descriptive equivalent of efficient. Therefore, the developers accomplished and meet the objectives of the system.
Conclusion and recommendation.
So for conclusion and recommendation. For conclusion, purchase request or PR is really important in any business organization. It is a document that the employee used when they needed to make an order request for behalf of their offices or company. There are different offices under BFAR Region 11, and every time they make a request, they need to pass the document personally in the main offices, which are located in Davao City. The main office also have several problems in terms of purchases and financial tracking. To resolve the problem, the developers designed and implemented the system called BFAR Purchase Request and Financial Tracking System. The users were able to use the application by requesting a purchase request online. The user can also view the status of their acquisition and the amount they've utilized. The developers made use of the System Development Lifecycle or SDLC methodology prototyping model for developing the web-based application. The method includes a series of phases. The phases include planning, analyzing, designing, implementation, and maintenance. The developers successfully conducted the implementation and evaluation of the system. In general, the total average weighted mean obtained by the system was 4.34, which certifies that the developers had completed the objectives of the project and successfully catered the needs of the end user. For the recommendation, web-based application is extremely important in BFAR Region 11. It is because they have different offices outside Davao City. The developers recommended that the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources will conduct a meeting regarding the system to their different offices to use the web-based application, because it lessens their work for tracking the document for financial transaction. And when it comes to their offices outside Davao City, they can easily request PR using system. In addition, the future developer must consider adding PR mapping aside of tracking the PR through status. We could suggest that to add the PR mapping just to track the PR. The future developers must consider also adding machine learning algorithms to predict the budget allocation to each offices for the next incoming years.
Deployment experience.
First is our preparation. We did a lot of preparation before we get to our destination. Especially to the system, we have made it sure that everything is good. Next, to travel. As we get closer to our destination, the more we get nervous together with excitement to deploy. For location, when we have finally reached our destination, we will still wait for almost an hour to be entertained because they are also busy and the person we have to talk is not yet there also. Finally, the deployment. During deployment, before admins appreciated the system, it was overwhelming. They have some recommendations and some stuff to add in the system. But at last, development was successfully and it feels like another achievement was overcome.
The system.
Okay guys, good day. So this is our system and I will show you the main flow. So first, the office account or user will log in their account. So the office user will redirect in this page showing the total PR and the other information here. So the user will click this button to create PR, and the user will redirect here in the page where you will be able to manage or create your purchase request. So let's start creating purchase request. So let's type the purpose, then selecting the items, okay. So after that, the user will confirm his or her purchase request. So click finish, and after that, if you are going to monitor the status of your purchase request, it's going to click here. And so this is the we just created earlier, the purchase request. So the status is pending. So after that the box section will the one who will approve the purchase request. All the purchase requests in every offices or section. So the box section will log in their account, login, then it will indicate the label here that indicates the new purchase request is need to approve. So click confirm to approve the purchase request. Then it will show here the purchase request which is for process, just need to generate up the PR number. So click fund cluster, select, and click confirm PR completion. And after that, the PR we created earlier will going here for the regional director approval. So for example, we will going to generate a printable printable form for the PR. It's taking a while. So here it is. The user will generate the form and then send it to the regional director. And after that, if the generated PR form has approved by the regional director, the back user will going to approve the PR in the system, and it will go here in the DBM or canvas tab. It will show here, and after that we will going to generate a printable form again for the canvas. So here it is. Okay, and then going to back tab here and create for the PR we created earlier. For example, DBM. So select here and then select the items which is belong to the DBM. So for example, all supplier, all items belongs to the DBM. Then click create, and after that the PR we created earlier is ready for creating the purchase order. So we are now here in the purchase order page. So as you can see here, there is a label here that indicates that there are two purchase requests which is need to process for purchase order. So select the PR we have to create for PO. So this is the okay. So select our PR, then you will redirect here in the page where you will be creating the purchase order. Okay, then select mode of procurement, payment term, and click done. Okay, so and after that, the budget section will handle the purchase request for the OBR. The budget section will log in their account. So okay, so you can see here that there is indicates here that there is one PR which is need to process for OBR. So this is our PR we created earlier. So select. Okay, so this is the page for creating obligation request. Select the PO number. So in our case, there are only one PO because we have only one supplier. We have only one supplier that we have assigned in the PR. So select certified name A, certified name B, then click done. Okay, so after that, when the purchase request is ready for delivery, or this is a delivery, the accounting section will update the status of the items of PR. So the accounting section will log in their account. Okay, click log in. So you can see here, so click this, update delivery. Okay, so you can see here that our PR is on process for OBR. So which is, if there is a delivery update for this PR, the accounting section will update. For example, there is an update delivery for the PR from the DBM. For example, there is this glue all purpose delivered fully. The accounting section will update the item. So click confirm delivery. So when we go to delivery logs, it will show here the logs of the delivery of the PR. So when we go to office section account, click okay, if we are going to check the status of our PR, okay, so it will show here. So this is the PR we created earlier. So the status has been changed into on process for delivery. Okay, so when we going, so for example, the whole delivery is updated again. New delivery is has need to update. So for example, all the items has been delivered. The accounting section will update again the delivery. Okay, so when we go to delivery logs, it will show here the, of course, the logs of the PR. So when we're going to check again the status of our PR from the office section account, the status has been changed into items fully delivered. So if we're going to update the or check the status of the items, we're going click here, click the item delivery status tab, and it will show here all the items we have requested and the status. So now the status of each item is fully delivered. Okay, so that is the main process of the purchase request and financial tracking system.